What if in just 7 days, the person staring back at you in the mirror is unrecognizable, not slightly improved, but completely rebuilt, not a minor adjustment, but a total reset, carved in discipline, sharpened in clarity, and powered by unstoppable purpose? You don't need another year or another Monday. You need 1 week where you declare absolute war against the weaker version of yourself. This is not about motivation. Motivation is for amateurs. This is about becoming untouchable to doubt, immune to excuses, dangerous to everything that has kept you small. The Stoics didn't wait for perfect conditions. They acted with precision. No matter how they felt, that's what you're about to do. For the next 7 days, you will burn away the identity that chained you and step into a standard so high that hesitation cannot breathe. No more bargaining with comfort. No more soft compromises. This is the start of your transformation, and it begins now with one decision: kill the old self and step into war. Before you can rise, you must burn. The first battle is not out there. It is within. Today, you confront the version of yourself that has been dragging you down, the one full of excuses, distractions, and weak patterns that poison your potential. You will not reason with it. You will not make peace with it. Weakness does not deserve negotiation. It deserves execution. The Stoics taught that transformation begins with truth, and truth requires brutal honesty. Write down every belief, every habit, every comfort that has turned into a prison. Name the fears that have dictated your choices. List the lies you've told yourself to stay small, then destroy them. Burn the paper. Tear it apart. Crush it until nothing remains. This is not a symbolic ritual. It is a signal to your subconscious that old you is gone. When the whispers come, just this once, you answer. That version of me no longer exists. Clean your space. Delete the noise. Cut the draining conversations. The pain of letting go is brief. The pain of staying the same lasts forever. Your body is the foundation of everything. If it is weak, your mind will bend with it. If it is strong, your spirit follows. Today you take command of your physical self, not for appearance, but for dominance. Stand tall, shoulders back, eyes forward. Walk as if you are already the person you want to become. Cut the poison. No sugar, no alcohol, no processed garbage. What you consume becomes what you are, and you are done being built from weakness. Fuel yourself with clean energy, lean proteins, whole foods, water as if it were fuel for war. Then move. Train with intensity. Lift. Run. Stretch. Fight. Push your body past comfort. The Stoics hardened themselves through fasting, through cold, through discomfort, because they knew strength of character is forged through physical challenge. This is not punishment. This is preparation. Every drop of sweat is a declaration. I am in control. Take a photo today. In 7 days, you will not recognize who you see. Your body will lead, and your mind will obey. Your mind is the command center, and if it remains chained to old beliefs, no amount of action will free you. Most people live as prisoners inside thought patterns they never chose, repeating doubts and fears that were handed down to them. That ends now. The Stoics taught that you are not your emotions or impulses. You are either the master of your mind or its slave. Today, you seize control. Identify the mental scripts that keep you small. I'm not ready. I always fail. I can't. Whose voice is that? It does not belong to you anymore. From now on, weak language is banned. I can't becomes I will. I'm trying becomes I'm doing. Words are not casual. They are commands to your subconscious. Journal every morning. Expose your thoughts. Rewrite them with clarity and power. Train through discomfort. Cold showers. Fasting. Walking when tired. Teach your brain that you commanded, not the other way around. Every obstacle is fuel. Every setback is training. See the self you are building and start acting as that person now, not later. How you show up in the world is a broadcast. Whether you realize it or not, your posture, your energy, your tone, they tell people how to treat you. Until now, maybe you've been blending into the background, apologizing for your presence, explaining yourself. That ends here. The Stoics lived with quiet certainty, not noise. Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop arguing about what a good man should be one." From this moment forward, you stop proving yourself and start embodying strength. Stand tall, move with intention, breathe slow. When you speak, cut the filler, speak with clarity. Then pause. People respect stillness more than volume. Your presence begins before you say a word. What does your body signal? What do your eyes project? Authority is not about control, it's about alignment. When your actions, values, and energy line up, people feel it. Groom yourself, dress with discipline, not to impress, but to show yourself you respect who you are becoming. When you enter a room, the energy shifts, not because you asked for attention, but because you became impossible to ignore. Most people stay trapped because they live in theory. They read, they plan, they talk, but they never move. You will not be one of them. From today, execution is your law, not perfect execution, not fearless execution, relentless execution. The Stoics believe that action, not words, defines character. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't debate what a good person should be one." That means no more waiting for the right mood, no more overthinking, no more hiding behind preparation. Progress is built by doing, so take the thing you've been avoiding and do it now. Send the message, apply for the opportunity, start the project. Fear will still exist, but fear does not decide anymore. You do. Every step you take is a vote for the identity you are building. The more you act, the stronger you become. Seneca wrote that difficulties strengthen the mind just as labor strengthens the body. Stop avoiding the struggle. Seek it. Let discomfort sharpen you. The difference between an average life and a legendary one is simple. Those who move forward win. Those who hesitate stay behind. Discipline is not built on feelings. It is built on systems. You don't rise to your goals. You sink to the strength of your routines. If your days are scattered, your results will be too. That changes now. Success must become automatic. Build a daily structure so tight that even on your worst day, discipline holds you up. Wake up at the same time. No matter what, schedule your work. Protect your focus. Control what you eat, what you watch, who you let into your space. The Stoics lived by practice. Marcus wrote daily to align himself with virtue. That was his system. Epictetus taught, focus only on what you control. That is your system. Eliminate randomness. Remove distractions. Create an environment where the path forward is the only option. Anticipate resistance. You will be tired, tempted, and tested. But if your structure is strong, you keep moving. Winners are not more talented. They are more consistent. Build a framework so solid that discipline is no longer a choice. It is your default setting. You've burned away the old identity, rebuilt your body, rewired your mind, and forced yourself into action. Now comes the most critical step, cementing this into who you are. Change is not real until it becomes identity. You cannot go back to calling yourself lazy or weak. You cannot flirt with the old patterns. From this point forward, every action either reinforces the new you or drags you back to the grave of the old one. There is no neutral. Write down who you are now, not who you want to be, who you already are. Claim it, define it, speak it daily, visualize it in the morning, live it in your choices during the day, reflect on it at night. The familiar will try to pull you back. Old habits, old voices, old comforts. They are traps. Cut them off. Protect your space. Surround yourself only with those who respect the standard you now embody. This is not a temporary challenge. This is permanent. You didn't just change what you do. You changed who you are. The old self will try to rise again. It always does. That weak version of you will whisper, skip it just once or take it easy today. But you already know the truth. Compromise is a slow death. One slip becomes two become a slide. And soon, you are back where you started. That is no longer acceptable. The Stoics believed character is revealed in the smallest acts. So every decision you make now is sacred. When you wake, you rise with purpose. When you eat, you fuel like a warrior. When you speak with clarity. This is not about perfection. It's about refusing regression. Whenever the old patterns show up, respond with finality. That version of me is gone. Not weakened, not hidden, dead. You buried it. You burned it. You cut it off. Identity is built in repetition. Every choice is a brick. Stack them daily, and soon the fortress of your new self is unbreakable. Your environment is either your ally or your executioner. Look around. Your space reflects your standards. Clutter, noise, wasted hours scrolling. These are not small details. They are silent chains. The Stoics guarded their minds from distraction, and you must guard your entire life from it. Clean your space until it feels like a place of war and creation, not decay. Delete the apps that steal your time. Cut the conversations that drain your energy. Every object, every input, every person should serve your growth, not sabotage it. Your environment must remind you who you are becoming at all times. When you step into your room, when you open your phone, that when you sit at your desk, everything should align with discipline, clarity, and power. No more wasted corners of your life. Remove the poison. Make success unavoidable. Build an environment that makes laziness impossible. And you will realize discipline doesn't require willpower. It requires design. Your words shape your reality. Most people throw them around carelessly, not realizing every phrase is programming the mind. From this day forward, you eliminate weak language. Stop saying "I'll try." Stop saying "maybe." Stop apologizing for existing. Your speech must become sharp, clean, undeniable. The Stoics spoke with simplicity and precision, because truth does not need decoration. When you talk, cut filler. Say only what matters. When you commit, follow through. Every time you speak, you are training yourself and teaching others how seriously to take you. So raise the standard, journal daily, write with honesty, and then speak those truths into existence. Let your words become commands. Say "I will," and then act. Say "I am," and then live it. Speak less, but with more force. Authority is not in volume, it is in certainty. From now on, your language will reflect who you are becoming, a person impossible to doubt, impossible to ignore. Most people collapse under pressure because they run from discomfort. You will do the opposite. Hardship is no longer something to fear. It is the gym where you build your strength. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, fasting, sleeping on the floor, facing cold and hunger, not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they knew control over the self is earned through struggle. From now on, you train yourself to welcome the hard road. When it rains, you walk anyway. When it's cold, you embrace it. When you feel resistance, you lean into it. Every moment of difficulty is an invitation to sharpen your will. Discomfort will no longer be an interruption in your life. It will be your training ground. When others retreat, you advance. When others fold, you endure. Pain is temporary, but the strength it creates is permanent. Your mind learns from your body, and every time you endure, you prove to yourself, "I am unbreakable." Momentum is your greatest weapon. Once you move, you cannot stop. The weak version of you lived in hesitation, always waiting for the perfect time, always analyzing until the chance was gone. That pattern is dead. From now on, you live by forward motion. Every day, at least one decisive action that forces progress. Send the message. Launch the project. Face the conversation you've been avoiding. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. The Stoics believed that life is short, and wasting time in delay is the most unforgivable sin. Seneca warned against the illusion of endless tomorrows. You don't have endless tomorrows. You have now. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence fuels even greater action. Do not allow yourself to stall. Once you begin moving, keep the fire alive. Small daily victories add up into unstoppable force. You are no longer a thinker who dreams. You are a doer who builds, and nothing is more powerful than that. You must guard your energy like it is your most valuable resource, because it is. Every person, every conversation, every distraction is either fueling you or draining you. Until now, you've let too many leeches live off your focus. That stops today. The Stoics taught us to withdraw from what corrupts the soul and invest only in what strengthens it. You must do the same. Cut off the relationships that pull you backward. End the conversations that circle around gossip and weakness. Protect your mornings from noise. Protect your nights from chaos. Surround yourself only with those who sharpen you, who challenge you, who demand your best. If someone lowers your standard, they lose access to you. If something steals your clarity, it gets removed. Energy is life, and you cannot waste it on parasites. From now on, you create a circle, an environment, and a rhythm that feeds your growth. Anything else is sabotage, and sabotage has no place in your future. Identity is not built by what you occasionally do, but by what you repeatedly enforce. Every day you are casting votes for the person you will become. One act of discipline is a vote. One act of weakness is a vote. There is no neutral ground. The Stoics reminded themselves daily of who they wanted to be, because they understood repetition shapes the soul. From this point forward, you no longer dabble in your new self. You embody it. Each choice is either aligned with your future or chained to your past. So, when you feel the temptation to slip, remember, you are not negotiating with a bad habit. You are voting for an identity. Every meal, every word, every workout, every action is a declaration of who you are. Repetition turns decisions into destiny. Keep voting for the new self until it is permanent. And when it is, the old version of you will not just be forgotten, it will be impossible to remember. Greatness requires solitude. The world is loud, full of distractions designed to keep you weak, passive, and entertained. If you want transformation, you must step away from the noise. The Stoics withdrew daily to reflect, to write, to sharpen their inner world. You must do the same. Take time every day to be alone with your thoughts, without a screen, without noise, without distraction. Sit in the silence and confront yourself. Most people run from this because it exposes the truth. They have no control over their own mind. But you are not most people. Use solitude to recalibrate, to strip away the false identities the world tries to place on you. Write your principles, face your fears, rehearse your standards. This quiet is not weakness, it is power. Because the one who masters himself in silence cannot be shaken in chaos. Every day, retreat for a while to remind yourself who you are becoming. Solitude is not isolation, it is construction. You have destroyed the old self, rebuilt your body, sharpened your mind, enforced systems, and guarded your energy. Now comes the final test, consistency under pressure. Anyone can change for a day, a week, even a month, but true transformation is proven when the fire burns long after the spark is gone. The Stoics lived by principles daily, not occasionally. They didn't preach strength. They practiced it in every choice. From this point forward, there are no cheat days from discipline, no vacations from identity. Every morning you wake, you recommit, every night you reflect. Every action in between is a vote for permanence. When resistance comes, you don't ask if you should continue. You know the answer already. Growth is now your default. Comfort is your enemy. The new you is not a phase or a challenge. It is your operating system. You have crossed a line, and there is no turning back. 1 week ago, you stood at the edge of yourself, uncertain, distracted, chained to patterns that weakened you. Now, you stand reborn, more focused, more disciplined, more aligned. You are no longer someone trying to change. You are someone who has changed. This is the difference between living in theory and living in power. Your body carries strength. Your mind commands clarity. Your actions build momentum. Your systems enforce consistency. Your energy is protected. Your identity is locked in. The old self is gone, dead, buried, forgotten. From this moment forward, the world no longer meets the hesitant version of you. It meets the sharpened version, the unshakable version, the one who refuses compromise. Walk like it, speak like it, act like it. Do not apologize. Do not shrink. Do not wait. You are no longer preparing to become. You already are. This is not the end of your transformation. It is the beginning of your reign. If you've made it this far, then you know the truth. You are capable of so much more than the version of yourself you've been tolerating. The question is not whether you can change. It's whether you will. Don't just let these words fade into another forgotten video. Take action now. Start today. Live today as the person you claim you want to become. I want to hear from you. What's the first step you're committing to? Leave your comment below and declare it. Make it real. Thank you for listening. And remember, you're not here to live soft. You're here to live strong. This is Stoic Power Lab. Stay disciplined, stay unshakable, and I'll see you in the next video.